It's time for Around the Ozarks in 5. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. Hope you're having a great day. It's a cool down today. We'll talk more about that coming up. We'll begin with with news.
A 15-year-old Willard high school student has been arrested after allegations that he threatened classmates. Greene County Sheriff's Office learned of a potential threat of violence to Willard high school students by a fellow student on Monday. The nature of the threat was not disclosed specifically. Monday evening, detectives took that 15-year-old into custody on allegations of a terroristic threat. No word yet if there's any connection between this incident and then the one we told you about recently where there was a break-in at Willard High School by some juveniles.
Yeah, that's what I think everybody's mind went to immediately. Was it the same kid? But we don't know.
Yeah, we do not know yet.
Okay.
But we might know. We might know soon. I don't know. Things are protected whenever the person is 15, but sometimes it comes out. An 8-year-old boy, meanwhile, who's been missing from Washington State since at least mid-June, has been located in Missouri and is safe.
Wow.
Bredson John vanished last June. Neighbors who were concerned for his safety alerted police to go check on him. And when they did, they couldn't find him anywhere. That's when they realized that he had been missing. He was not in his house. And then on Friday, Bredson was found unharmed in Jasper County, Missouri. The FBI, who was involved, says that they are not yet clear on what he was doing here, how he got here, or who is responsible. The investigation is underway, but again, he is safe.
Wow. There's a lot more on that story to come out. And
yeah, I mean, that's 8 months. Is that right?
I mean, that's a lot of time. I hope that he truly has been safe that entire time. I'm not sure how police could know the whole story at this point.
Well, I don't think they do. I mean, the investigation is really just getting started.
Yeah.
In a new dimension because they found him, which was step one.
Wow. Unbelievable. In Springfield, reported crime is down. For 2022, there's been a 17% overall decrease in total crimes. One thing specifically that the chief of police highlighted is the theft of motor vehicle parts, specifically catalytic converters, which was very high. That was a problem for several years. People just ripping off those catalytic converters from charities and from regular people. Those numbers, the number of catalytic converter thefts, were down more than 50% in 2022. And we've reported more than once on police stopping theft rings. Yeah, busting up what they think is catalytic converter theft rings. So if that's the case, the numbers are showing that indeed it was those guys.
Yeah. And the catalytic converters, again, down by 50% for the year. You kind of swallowed your number, which I do that sometimes too. You swallow certain words. It sounded like you said 15, but it was 50.
I'm going to be careful. I don't want to swallow the number.
Do you ever notice you do that? And then in your mind, you say, is it worth correcting or not? Like, did they hear it correctly enough or not? But I can just assure you that some people might have misunderstood. So there you go.
You know, it's amazing when you're like we do live television. It's amazing the number of thoughts that can go through your mind in a split second. The number of different options you have. What do I do? And while you're still reading this teleprompter, your mind is doing that and your mouth is doing it, but your mind is completely somewhere else. Like, what did Lisa just say? I had that thought a lot.
Yeah. I had the thought, like, is it worth me correcting what I say?
Yeah.
Like, it's not inaccurate information. Like, always you correct that. But like, did they hear me? Or did I say whom instead of who? Or, in the sentence in a prepositional phrase or whatever. Like, I know the grammar rule. Should I now correct it?
Right. Sometimes when I do names, I always bluff with names because you never really know how to pronounce the name if it's not around here. So you bluff your way through it. And sometimes I'll practice it in the break and then get it totally wrong. So then I'm thinking to myself, well, you totally said that wrong. But then I also think, but nobody knows what the name really is. So just keep going.
That was, I mean, this is not a laughing matter at all, but whenever ISIS was in the news every single night, that's how I felt. Because none of us knew how to pronounce the names, but the names were actually important though, because it mattered,
Terrorist
you know?
of the terrorists, the actual
Yeah,
terrorists.
yeah,
Yeah,
like during the height of ISIS,
yeah,
and all the terroristic stuff, whenever that was, maybe, I don't know, 5 years ago?
yeah.
Anywho. All right, moving on. Go ahead.
City of Springfield invoking eminent domain when it comes to the Hotel of Terror. That family business has been around since 1978, and of course has plans to open as a haunted house around Halloween. The city plans to fight it in court to take it over for expansion of Jordan Creek. That's what they want to do, is expand the creek and that whole area around it, make it more of a park-like setting. The city's been trying to buy that property since 2019. So far, the Mathis family, who owns it, has said no, arguing that the price that the city is offering is nowhere close to what it would take for them to buy new property and set up a new haunted house there, or buy an old property and retrofit it into a haunted house. So they're a long way away on the dollar amount for buying that property. The council's decision for eminent domain begins a lengthy legal process, so it's likely that the Hotel of Terror will open again this Halloween because that process probably won't be finished. And nor should it. It shouldn't be a short process if you're taking someone's property for the greater good, eminent domain. But it should be an involved process to make sure that we're not doing it willy-nilly. That's what the
Yeah.
point of it is.
So the process begins, basically. The council had the
Right.
unanimous vote to do that.
Right.
So, okay, now to this. Missouri schools are getting a $19 million grant to help more students with mental health services. School districts report that demand for mental health help has been very difficult to keep up with. National data, in fact, shows that some 80% of kids who are ever going to receive mental health intervention do so in a school setting. DESE, the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, says the money can be used for things such as hiring more mental health workers, contracting with community-based mental health practice providers such as Burl, and then telehealth services, among some other things. So
Man,
help is on the way.
it's really unbelievable how the need for mental health services has skyrocketed among kids in recent years. I mean, it's really sad. So I don't know what's going on. I have theories, but I'll keep those to myself. It's sad though.
Yes. You and me both, by the way. But since the pandemic, state lawmakers have said that we are in a child care crisis. In fact, a 2021 report said that the state lost $1.3 billion due to child care shortages and affecting people getting to work. Now, lawmakers are considering tax credits focused on child care to make the industry more accessible and affordable for families. House Bill 870 would create 3 tax credit programs, one for donations toward child care providers, another for the providers themselves, and then a third for employers who are paying child care cost.
Hmm.
It's interesting. I, in fact, was in a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine who was saying basically what I make, I spend every penny of it in childcare. So why am I working?
Well, yeah,
Was the question.
that's been an issue for a lot of couples for many years. We're working to keep a kid in daycare or childcare. So why are we doing this again? Yeah, lots of questions to be asked, and everybody's got to look at their personal situation to figure out the best way to do it. But it
Yeah.
ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. I know that, man.
House Bill 870. So it'll be interesting to watch that and what happens with it. But all right. School leaders in Ash Grove are asking voters to approve a bond issue to afford to build more space for students. The district says it is growing tremendously. The $9.4 million question would go toward adding 6 new classrooms, storage facilities, and a safe room gymnasium that would also be used by the community.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Is that the April election, or is that after
Ash
that?
Grove.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's right around the corner. Let's do weather because we got 2 cold days this week. Or cold, coolish, colder days than we have been experiencing, and that is today and tomorrow. And then that's it. Then we're gonna be back up to 60s. Today, I think the high of 46 though, so it's gonna be chilly. Tomorrow, 48, which is still not terrible. It's February, for goodness sakes. But we've been a little bit spoiled with the higher temperatures. And then we get back to 50s on Saturday and then 60s from Sunday on. We got some more rain in the forecast. We had some yesterday. On Saturday, it looks like maybe Sunday as well, maybe Monday morning. So there's rain chances, but it's not going to be snow. So that's good.
I'm riding my bike on Sunday. Write that down.
Okay. Duly noted. Wages are going up in Greene County. That's positive. Latest numbers show wages increased by 9% in the third quarter of 2022. Okay. The other top counties for the wage increases in the state of Missouri are St. Charles County, up 11%, Clay County, up 11%, and St. Louis City, and then followed by Greene County, coming in at 9%. So top 4, that ain't bad.
This Saturday night in Ozark, a special mother-son fun night. It'll include laser tag, dodgeball, rock climbing, crafts, pizza. Did someone say pizza? And more. That event takes place at the OC from 6 to 9. It's $25 for OC members, $30 for non-members. And you must get registered today on the OC's website, or you can call the OC for more information.
I want to see those moms climbing the rock wall at the
I
OC.
love the rock wall. This mom can climb a rock wall.
Okay. I don't know that I've ever seen that, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Did you ever do any mother-son dance things with Griff? I don't recall that.
No, but we did bust out in dance at my sister's wedding, and I was thoroughly impressed with his moves. I don't know where he got them. The boy is
Hello?
confident. There's
Hello?
something.
This guy.
Oh my goodness.
You don't know where he got him?
Guy, our premarital counselor at church, Pastor Tim was his name.
We're going too far already.
He would say, Sarah, I think what's going to happen is you're going to want to go, and he's going to want to sit on the couch. And that is true. That's a true statement. I would love to go to a dance.
That's like our relationship 101. Everybody knows that.
And Ethan would sit on the couch. But so I thought Griffin was like the apple that did not fall far from the tree until literally, no, seriously, they are identical twins, Ethan and Griffin, until we got to this dance. And I'm like watching Griffin on the dance floor. I'm like, whose kid is that? Whose kid is that? He's hilarious. He's got great comedic timing. He's got good body humor, like body language humor.
Physical comedian. I'm a physical
comedian. You are a physical comedian. I'll give you that. But he was dancing like on the beat. It was fantastic. So anyway, all that, I digress. All of that to say, I didn't go to any formal mother-son dance such as this one. However, I have danced with him now at 2 weddings, and it has been great fun.
Well, I don't know. You never actually took him out for a mother-son thing, so he'll be talking to his counselor about that in years to come. No question.
I took him on a date a couple times. Does that count?
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Get the app.
We need to roll. We're 14 minutes in.
Get the app.
Talked to the radio boss yesterday. He reminded me that we were at 20 minutes yesterday. I said, you know what? Sometimes Ethan gets on this soapbox, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should cut him off or just keep going.
Does he want us to go shorter? Does he want us to wrap it up?
No. He thought it was funny. You guys are two peas in a pod, so
it was funny.
So then I decided maybe we should change the name to Around the Ozarks in 5-ish. What do you think?
That's kind of a
5-ish or a number divisible by 5. That's what one of the girls said. And I was laughing because I was like, that's about right. It's about 5, 10, 15, or 20.
A number divisible by 5. That's funny. Around the Ozarks we'll call it that for short. And our job is to get the people what they need to start their day.
There you go.
We get to have a little fun doing it. And they're finding out more about us. They're finding out that our marriage counseling was almost over before it began.
That was premarital counseling. It was great.
Oh, yeah. Premarital. Right.
And he nailed it. He nailed it. Bump
Well,
on
listen,
a log.
when you
bump
say
on a
Ethan,
log over there on the other side of the screen and party, life of the party. You know what I mean?
listen, here's the deal. I want to sit on the couch, but I don't get to sit on the couch ever.
Sometimes you do.
Ever. No, I don't. That's the thing. That's why I so desperately want to sit on the couch, because it eludes me. It never happens. So I beg you to quit scheduling stuff, but it doesn't work. And then I threaten that I'm not going. You know what? I'm not going. You're going to go by yourself. And then I always go. I just want to sit on the couch, but I never get to. So, but you know what? I signed up for this life.
You sure did. And the last time we went on a road trip, all I heard about was how heavy his coffee cup was and how bad it was hurting his elbow.
I got coffee elbow. I think we told everybody this, but I got my left elbow. And speaking of that, Griffin's left elbow was hurting. Did he tell you that?
No.
We had the same injuries.
Heavy too.
Both our heels. Both our left heels too. We're the same
Lord.
person.
I know, it's true. Listen.
He's just younger and doesn't dance as well. Okay. That's enough for us.
Yes. All right.
Thank you for watching on this Thursday. We'll see you back here on Friday. Have a great day.
Bye.